Hello everyone, it's Yogi here. I hope you're well. My goodness, Tuesday. I hope you're ready for a spot of stitching with me. It's about 8:30 p.m. UK time. It's important to point out it's PM, okay? And every Tuesday, the regulars know by now, Tuesday is kind of my GeckoRouge day, okay? And it's worked out quite well. I have dedicated a day for it, but it's not official. If you have GeckoRouge projects, bring your projects along and join me. Otherwise, stitch whatever you like, okay? It's one of those nights. And yes, so GeckoRouge, this is it's got a bit of a story to it, and if you've been following this project, you're probably aware this is my restart, the second attempt, and this is a massive project because if you're starting really small project, it's not such a big deal, but this one is gigantic. And if you don't believe me, let me show you the markup here. Okay, there. Okay, and it's really hard to tell just by looking at the markup, but you can probably notice the intricacy of the design there. There's a lot going on there. A lot of details there. Everywhere I turn is full of surprises. And in terms of the size, if you think super size, sort of height scale, this is larger. So it's quite big. And I have been working on the first version for about 2.5 years before I had to restart. And if you're wondering what happened there, it's all captured on the live stream there. So look under the video there. I also have it archived there. So we will tell you the full story. So this piece is by Collin Thompson. He's quite well known, not only in the cross-stitching world, but also jigsaw world as well. There's quite a lot of crossover in these two worlds. A lot of people do jigsaw puzzles, but also do cross-stitching as well, and vice versa. And it's really fun. It's it's a great candidate for a jigsaw puzzle as well. And let me show you where I am with this project. A little bit of stats here, a little bit of number. So this is where I am, just to show you the kind of general scale of the full picture here. Right, yes, you want to look at the full piece here in relation to where I am and the location, and also the completed area. Okay, so I started this time around, the second time around, from the bottom and the center as well. A little bit unusual, I've gone to, but I had good reasons, because I'm basically following the pattern, the area, and the design I like. So I decided to start from the bottom. The first time I started from upper left, okay, like a good girl. So this is where I am today, at the bottom there, and we can talk a little bit about my stitching method a little bit later. But I want to show you the numbers here, okay? So I'm using Saga to track my progress and quickly delete the last sprint still running there as usual. And I don't want to give you any clues, okay? Because at the end of every stream we play Guess My Stitches, and that's for you to guess the number of stitches I've done. So I don't want to give you any hint of about my last session. Now I'll make it a little bit too easy. So, and also I stitch at different lengths, different speed. Who knows? Your guess is just as good as mine. So let me create another new stream. Not a new stream. Don't do that. A new sprint here. Okay. And I'm gonna leave the the name just by default there. So this is basically a counter, and that will help me to capture all the stitches I've been doing. And if my voice sounding slightly husky, even more than usual, it's because, I've been using the voice a lot today. So I might need to from time to time stop and drink, take a sip of my power drinks there. So in terms of the progress, if you look at the upper left there, currently in a sort of 0.65, just over 0.5%. I'm very happy with that. This is a massive piece. So 0.5 and 0.5 takes a little bit to achieve. And in terms of the stitch numbers, I'm just under 6,000. That's quite a lot, isn't it? I mean, if you look at the percentage, it doesn't sound like a lot, but 6,000 is not to sniff at, I don't think. And the number of colors involved in this pattern, this entire pattern, is just under 150. So it's 149. Okay, so this is why I'm on this piece. And let me move back to my view here and switch back to my fabric. Okay, so today I have my London bus and my Pokemon Pikachu, I believe. I'm not well versed in the Pokemon world, to guard my needles. And I want to say hello to you. Hello. I hope you're well. And let's have a look. Who have I got here on the chat with me today? Oh, the top three to report to the chat. Okay, and we celebrate them with a little highlight there. And the first comment we've got, it's our Princess Sarah here, and we're very lucky to get a little piece of Sarah every day. Little quote here. Today's quote is: appreciate where you are in your journey, even if it's not where you want to be. Every season serves a purpose. So well said. Yes, everything happens for a reason, and it's for us to actually, tune into what is happening here and in our lives and learn the lesson, valuable lesson. Absolutely, Sarah, I totally agree. And we also have Sandra here as well. Welcome. And good evening, crafters. Happy stitching, she says. And Sandra is sending everybody a yogi move right there. You're free to, mail a yogi move. No copyrights there. And Kate is also here with us. Yes, well done. The third one to report to the chat. The top three. Yay. And welcome back. And we also have, oh my goodness, have we got a cryptic message from Panda Boyfriend? Is just a comma. Anybody, any co-reader, please come forward and offer interpretation, the translation here. So welcome, Panda Boyfriend. Great name. And Belinda is also here. And welcome back, and Amira as well, and Natty is also back with us, and Everyday Creator, hello, and let's have a look. Bess Williams is here as well, and Sandra, Sandra says, I can't leave much home very much because I've got fur baby with terminal pancreatic cancer and needs supervision all the time. Sandra, you have my best wishes and love, and also from everyone in the chat and on the stream as well. I'm sure anyone that's got animals, and we in a chat, in a group, it's full of animal lovers. We know what it's like, and many of us have been through similar situations. So I'm with you. I'm sending love to you and your fur baby, and hope everything is gonna turn out okay. And just like Sarah says, things happen sometimes, and there's a valuable thing that we learn from every step of the way on our journey here. So Stay with us. We keep you company. Okay, Sandra. And Rajal, my goodness. You know what, Rajal? I've been wondering about you because Rajal is our regular. And Rajal was always the first to report to the chat. And I'm so glad you're back. I've been thinking of you and wondering, where is Rajal? And Rajal says, I'm back in the USA. Wonderful. Welcome. Welcome back. I'm not in the USA, but welcome back. Welcome home. And let's have a look. Who else have we got here? Oh, it's so wonderful to see you every day. And Alandra is also back here with us. How good to have you. And Susan, of course. Susan, my love, Family UK. And always keep me company, even late at night. Yesterday, we stayed up late, didn't we, Susan? And Betty Lou Taylor as well. Hello, hello. And Ginny. Yes, you made it. Ginny says, hi everyone, I made it here before yogi. Well done. And Chloe C as well. Good to see you. And Leslie is also here. And let's have a look. Gabisha, I think I've seen you before. You've been in the chat before, haven't you? And Gabisha says, this is my favorite yogi pattern. Well, all my patterns are my favorites, but this one, everything I stitch on that, every moment in time is my favorite. So yes, I love this pattern as well. And Abney is also here with us. Good to see you. And Frida and Jamie. Jamie Womack is also back here. And Busy Mom as well. And our Suzanne is also here. Great to see you, my love. And Lizzie is also here as well. And Kathy Hapler as well says hello, everyone. And we have another, oh yes, of course, Natalia. We haven't seen you for ages. Natalia is back in chat with us. Good to see you. And Mandy Moran as well. And Siobhan is also here. And Henny as well. Says hi, Yogi, and chat. And Claudia is also here. And who else have we got? Monique as well says hello all. And Chelsea Summers is back here as well. Pirate, hello, hello. Good to see you. And we've got a new joiner in the chat, maybe. Fliss Floss, great name. It's gonna test. It's gonna test Yogi to see if it's almost like a tongue twister. Perfect for this time of the evening for Yogi. Fliss Floss says good evening all. Wonderful to see you. Thank you for joining us. Monster Mama, hello. We've got new joiners here in the chat today. Wonderful. Absolutely amazing. And welcome. And Lizzie is, sorry, not Lizzie. Sylvia is also here in the chat. And Christy as well. Pink Penguin, welcome back. Oh my goodness. Full house. And so this pattern, okay, just give you some idea on the specs here. So I'm working on 28 counts and non-gridded fabric is currently my favorite fabric here. And I'm stitching with DMC. The floss came with the kit. So GeckoRouge, if you know anything about them, they don't just do patterns. They do not sell their patterns only. They do the whole kit and they're made to order. So when you order a pattern from them, the whole thing, it came with the fabric. This fabric is not from them. Okay, this is my second restart here, so I supply my own fabric, but the floss is from them. It's DMC, and easy peasy there. So I'm doing 1/1 full cross, and it's lovely to stitch. I can't wait. I think I managed a few more in between from the last session, just a few. I'm trying to think. Very few stitches, but I did a few, so pretty much we are carrying on from the last session. You haven't missed anything. Yes, the only thing I did was I moved the fabric. So last time you might have seen this Mr. Potato was kind of in the center there, and you could see a little bit on the right there. But I move the fabric to the right a little bit because I want to focus a little bit more and extend my stitches to the left a little bit. I'm really excited. So, you know, I know there's quite a lot of, you know, stitches to complete on the right there, but I want to, this is my strategy with this piece, okay? Instead of trying to complete one area before I move on to others, I'm going to just move freely and stitch whatever I want. And then maybe come back from time to time and complete the remaining bits. This way, I don't get bored at looking at the same area all the time. You know, the last attempt, I did the more conventional thing. I started from upper left and stitch, you know, pretty much complete as I went on. And what happened was I really suffer from fatigue visually, just looking at the same area all the time. And also I was, you know, really focused and stitched on this piece solidly, maybe for 6 months. Okay, I was obsessed. But at the end, I got burned out completely. So let me just pick my color here, okay? I'm gonna go very liberally, and the only rule I have for my sort of really freestyle stitching method here is to connect the stitches. So when I pick a new color, I want to have at least one stitch already made next to it. That's it. That's all my rule. And in terms of direction, I can go up, down, backwards, no restriction there. And I love it. I love it. So I am going to pick my first color. And before that, why don't I take a sip of my power drinks here? Oh, my voice. Yes, I can feel it. I can feel it. You know, we stayed up till quite late last night, till about 2 a.m. and I've been teaching all day, so the voice, you know, is protesting a little bit. And I've got a cup of freshly brewed coffee here, and I'm gonna just take a little sip there, okay? Oh, it's lovely, lovely. Yes. So I've got my coffee in the flask, and let me know what you're working on with me today in this beautiful Tuesday, peaceful Tuesday evening here, and what you're drinking and what you're snacking. If you're lucky to have some power snacks, I love to know. I love to know what you're snacking. So in the spirit of connecting stitches, why don't I start from here? You know, I don't think it's 310. Oh yes, I do have some 310 here. But before I can do that, I need to grid. I need to extend my gridding to the left a little bit. And it's very exciting whenever I do this, because I know, you know, moving towards a new area. Okay, it needs a little bit gridding. And I'm not really trying to draw a straight line. I'm just drawing short, pretty short lines, just trying to connect it together, you know, nothing too too adventurous here. So here we go, and I can't draw a straight line anyway, or maybe just this one. Let me just try to trace it and not to stray away, because it could happen, isn't it? When you try to draw a straight line and with such high fabric count, sometimes as you draw, you just slip over one stitch and start drawing in the wrong location. So, and I need to do a little bit of counting, okay? Let's start the stitching session with a little bit of counting. Count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got it right. Let me do it again. I do not trust myself at all. So normally what I do is to keep my needle on the first location and take another needle so I can follow the little holes there. and to see if it's correct. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Looks correct to me. So I'm gonna make a little mark. It's better to be safe than sorry. Here we go. And I'm going to do one more actually, because this could just keep spreading to the left. I don't want to stop and start again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I blinked. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to count again, okay, just to be safe. And you can count for me. You know, you probably count better than Yogi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Looks good. Well done. Well done, Yogi. You can count to 10. Yay. Right. Okay, so I think this is good to go. And I'll grid as I move forward. I don't do a lot of, I don't grid too far away, because if I count one block incorrectly, the rest is also incorrect. So I try to be safe here. So here we go. So this is where I am. And let me see if I can adjust this so it's level with my hoop there. Yes, that's better. And let's have a look and see what everybody's working on here. And Fliss Floss says new to catching alive, but have been catching up with them. Lovely project you have. Oh, thank you so much. I think you mean that you've been watching replays, perhaps. Yes, quite a lot of viewers watching replays because of the time or whatever they, maybe they're working or whatever when we're streaming. And, occasionally they catch us live, and it's exciting, isn't it? It's real live yogi, real time, This is not AI. This is not Neo. This is actually, me stitching here. Okay, so let's have a look. So I am going to connect from here. There's a little bit of 310, so it's a nice and easy start to warm up Yogi's little hands here and for the session. Okay, so I am going to pick this one. I believe this one is 310. It's 16 on the chart, on the thread chart, but because GeckoRouge, they don't give you the actual thread number, but you can tell this is got to be 310, right? 16. So here we go. A little bit of 310 actions, even though there are few colors very close to 310. Sometimes you can't tell them apart. I can't anyway. So let me get one strand out. Let's start here. Here we go. Oh, Heather House is also here. Welcome. And Brittany. Hello, Brittany. Brittany, we are lucky to have Brittany on a Tuesday. Are you having a day off? Oh, welcome. So good to see you. And we also have, let's have a look. Because people joining as I'm having a monologue. I want to catch up and say hello to everybody. And Karen says, my coffee will need to wait till I get to work. My coffee machine wouldn't turn on. Oh, that's disastrous. But Karen, you know how I make my coffee? I use one of those drippers. No machines require no electricity, and just a little dripper, and it makes beautiful coffee. So I take my drippers with me when I'm traveling, so it feels like a little piece of home following me, and I don't have to worry about coffee machines and all that stuff. You do need a filter though, but you can get a permanent one you know, a metal one that's reusable, and you're sorted. Highly recommend it. It makes beautiful coffee. Here we go here. So connecting from these very dark stitches. These are actually not 310, the surrounding ones. They're dark blue, navy blue. Trying to make it level. Hang on. That's a bit better. So this is the belly of the kitty, the orange kitty there. And underneath is that green crab, remember? We talk about the green crab. All right, now, I know. Now we know it's a cottage, okay? But, you know, still looks like a mean little green crab to me. Warming up. And trying to catch up with your chat here. Amira says, stitching my jellyfish. Oh, is that the jelly well piece, or is this something else? Oh, seafood stitching, Amira. Very bold, very bold. And Amira says, drinking tea and planning to unrubbing the freezer and get some self-made ice cream. For obvious reason, it's still in the freezer right now. Oh, homemade ice cream. That sounds lovely. Did you use a ice cream machine, or did you churn yourself? That's doable as well. From time to time in the summer, not right now, but you know, I make avocado ice cream. Have you ever tried that, guys? Avocado makes beautiful ice cream with a little bit of lime flavor. Beautiful. And with Saga, I know I'm recent for the recent couple of streams I have adjusted the setting, so the stitches that I'm not focusing on, they've faded out slightly, and I'm trying to get used to it. Still, it's a little bit jarring to me because I'm not used to it, but it does make stitches slightly easier to read. I'll see how it goes, because most of the times I just have everything 100%. So I'm trying this out to see if it's gonna make me dizzy. Here we go. Let me mark these ones as I go. So literally I can go wherever I want. There's some stitches on the left and the bottom. I'm gonna just get to the closest ones and just flow wherever it goes. It's quite free stitching this way. And Natalia says, working on winter montage from Jeanette Stever by Pain-Free Crafts. Kathy's drinking coffee and noshing on Rolos. Oh, very nice. The chocolate melts in my mouth after sipping coffee. Well, isn't that the best? I do that as well. And the other day, I did double chocolate. I had a piece of chocolate in my mouth and while drinking hot chocolate. Oh, what a luxury. I didn't have time to make hot chocolate before the stream, but maybe later on. And Susan's working on Berry Christmas and closing on completing the last Teddy's face drinking coffee. Yes, this whole bundle of Christmas teddies. Who knows why teddies become kind of part of Christmas theme? Teddy's good all year round, I think. I don't know since when teddies become part of, the Christmas celebration there. Suzanne says, might make some hot chocolate and add some mini marshmallows. Ooh. Yes, that sounds quite Christmassy, isn't it? Do it. Suzanne, that sounds lovely. And Sarah says, I'm working on Monarch and drinking hot chocolate. Oh, hot chocolate has become this group's favorite drink, isn't it? Yes, absolutely. Anything chocolate, but this is the season for hot chocolate. Absolutely. And giant chocolate button. I need to top off my chocolate buttons. I've run out. Very nice here. Let's have a look. And Frida says, stitching on Dreaming on Color by Joseph Ward today. Very nice. Chelsea says, sneaking in from work. Well done. We have a work club, for stitchers like Chelsea. Even when you're not stitching, you can listening to stitchers doing different type of stitching. It's fun, isn't it? Here we go. And we also have Sherry Wood Needle joining us. Welcome. And Sherry says, working on a bird sampler for my new grandson, stitching British food gods from an old Branda Keys book. Wow. That sounds lovely. And a gift for grandson. It's a sampler, so hopefully it doesn't take years to do, depending on how big the sampler is. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 here. I need to count, otherwise it's very easy to lose track. Christy asks, Yogi, who stitches faster, Neil, Trevor, or you? Oh, that's a very good question. I think, well, hush, but I think Trevor is Neil, isn't it? I suspect Trevor might be a little bit faster than Neil, because just looking at how the speed Neil is loading the items on the dishwasher there, I don't have high hopes. So I think in terms of order, it's going to be Trevor, Yogi, and Neil. Neil comes last. Oh, Neil needs help. I think Neil needs a helper for him, So you're bring in a caretaker, but need a caretaker to take care of the caretaker. That's the situation. And if you weren't here yesterday, we talked about this poor robot, actually a drone pretending to be a robot called Neo, and it's being flogged as a state-of-the-art robot, but it turned out to be remote controlled by Trevor. Oh dear. So there you go. Neo is very clumsy. And Kelly's here as well. It says, hello, Yogi and chatters. I can pop in for a bit. May get interrupted by work. I know. Work is just getting in the way, isn't it? Oh, dear. What is that about? Let's have a look. On the left there. Nice and easy. And Lizzie is working on Monster Mama. Oh no, I misread it totally. Sorry, I cannot understand the comment there. For a moment, I thought Monster Mama was the peas. Clearly not. And Jamie's working on pre-waxing some 310. What is that? You're waxing your 310. Oh my god. Oh, with beeswax. Putting them on needles for traveling library. 2/1/10 on 28 counts. Wow. I didn't know you could do that. Pre-waxing. So you don't. So do you take maybe 310, tons of 310 for traveling library. So Jamie is just pre-waxing all the threads before stitching. That is so organized. You know, I saw this lady stitching masterpieces before she starts her session. I don't know whether she only does that for her recording or she just does that routinely. She would pre-thread all the colors that she's about to stitch and get them ready before starting. And that blew my mind. I didn't know you could be so organized. It's just so counterintuitive for me. But it just shows, you know, the way we stitch really reflects who we are, our personality and everything. For me, it's just spontaneous. I just sit down and start stitching and hope for the best. So that's my approach. There you go. I've got a little bit left, so I might just take my thread over to the left there. Suzanne says, I do that. Really? Pre-waxing? Well, I don't even wax at all. Well, not that kind of wax. I don't wax my threads at all. So there's no pre-waxing happening here, okay, in the yogi land. Oh, Suzanne is probably referring to the hot chocolate. Says nut butter and banana. Wow, that's like a dessert. Full-on dessert. So I'm gonna stitch until I run out of this strand there. One, two, three. Chelsea, very naughty. Chelsea says Yogi making frozen guacamole. No, you know, avocado is nature's cream, you know. You just whip it really lightly and add in some people make banana ice cream with frozen banana. It's a little bit like that. You freeze avocado, and then you just blitz it in a powerful blender. You do need one that's quite sturdy, and you add some lime juice and sweetener. You get beautiful ice cream. Try it. Trust Yogi. It's just like banana ice cream, but it's avocado. So no guacamole, okay? Not frozen guacamole, Chelsea. Very cheeky. Amira says, is there a kitty you're stitching? I honestly thought it's late, guys. Yogi has had a long day, so here we go. Amira says, I honestly thought it was a sewing machine. Oh, let me show you what it looks like then. Yes, it's not very easy to tell what I'm doing here. So let me show you where I am. Okay, so let me turn this off. So this is where I am with my stitches and the area I'm focusing on. So I'm going to just keep it here, not moving, and turn on the markup view, okay? There. This is where I am. Magic. So I'm at the belly, toward the left back leg of the kitty, and I'm stitching that dark shades, the arch shape, just above that evil green crab. That's where I am. Let me switch back and you can see what's happening there. Can you see that? That's me. Okay, so that's where the kitty's belly is. Now it makes a lot more sense here. Whoops, I just marked something there. So I'm at the bottom here. So I'm trying to figure out what's happening here. 1, 2, 3, okay. Yes, that's where I am. So Chelsea says, Neo needs Neo. Yes, I know. Before you know it, you have the entire community just full of Neo. Full of Neos trying to help each other. But they're equally clumsy, so there's not much, they can do there. They're falling over each other. Pyra says, I'm working on my James Webb piece and thinking about making coffee since I need to also clean up my room before the kids come home from school. Let me guess what's going to happen, Pirate. What is going to happen to Pirate is she's going to make a coffee and she's going to sit down and watch Yogi and then totally forget to clean her room, or just pull it, the idea aside and just stay with Yogi here. That's what's going to happen, Parrot. And the kids will be fine, They can come. Yeah, wait till the kids come home and get them to clean the house. How's that? So mommy can do some stitching, and hang out with Yogi. Let me take another sip of my coffee here. Susan says, oh, Susan, stop it. Susan says, Avocado is nature's soap. Oh, seriously. Um, it's gorgeous, Susan. Give it a go. Give it a go. Oh, lovely. Lovely coffee. And I'm happy I'm not allergic to anything I love. You know, I'm not allergic to avocado or coriander, aca, cilantro, or coffee or chocolate. You know, I'm totally good. Or kitties. Oh, can you imagine if you're allergic to kitties and doggies? Chloe C. Chloe C says, I'm doing some air stitching on Traveling Library. Is there air stitching on Traveling Library? But everything's so strong. She says, but it's hurting my eyes. I'm going to have break for some darker colors. Oh, so there's some really light colors on the peas, are there? Interesting. Maybe the carpet. The carpet. Or maybe the books. I don't know. But so far, from the area I started anyway, it's full of really bright, strong colors. Sort of moving back and forth with the chat. Busy Mom says, I'm at work listening to stitching for me at the moment. No stitching for me at the moment. Yes, Busy Mom. How annoying. You know, work just gets in the way. Seriously. Should be banned. We'll keep you company until home time where you can stitch. Janine says, I'm weird. I don't like hot chocolate. Chocolate is meant to be eaten. Really? Not to be swallowed like coffee. Oh, you should try it. It's like liquid meal. It's a little bit like that. I'm not selling it, but it's very comforting to drink. It's not so thick. It's like cream, but it's thicker than coffee or tea. And it's lovely. You blend it with milk. Oh, so good. Give it a go, Ginny. Oh, hang on, Janine. Janine likes Baileys. It's a little bit like Baileys without alcohol, seriously. Because Baileys, coffee liqueur, isn't it? So if you like Baileys, you should like hot chocolate. It's just, you know, the hot version, the warm version of Baileys without alcohol, something like that. Yes, and Baileys is very Christmassy as well, isn't it? Yes, if you're a coffee lover, you'll probably like Baileys as well. It's very sweet though. It's a little bit on the sweet side. Jamie says, the waxing of my threads helps with doing the same sewing method on score rows. Oh, you're doing sewing methods. And Jamie says it also just makes for a neater stitch for me. Right. I think I tried it maybe very earlier on with my cross-stitching sort of journey, so to speak. I tried it, but then it just doesn't feel necessary. It's one extra thing to do. And also maybe just the way I did it, I feel my threads just felt a little bit sticky. And I don't know whether it made my stitches neater. I'm not sure. Okay, I'm gonna do one more stitch with this 310 piece here, and I'm going to end the thread here. Very nice. And I love the fact that I have no idea where I'm going to go next. So every move is a surprise for me. I'm stitching, I'm surprised. Let me find my little thread cutter there. Oh, really organized. Here we go. Okay. There. So I did this bit with the 310, and let me pick the next color. I'm gonna do the inverted view, why not, and pick the color I like and do it that way. I quite like it. So this is an interesting area here. Some green and blue, why not? So my next color of choice is 35, which means absolutely nothing. So today is a spooky bingo free day, because this is GeckoRouge thread numbers, which means utterly nothing for anyone. So 35. So if you don't know, GeckoRouge, they don't give you DMC colors, even though the threads are DMC, and but they just number the colors based on, maybe they have some rules behind the way they do it, but on the surface for me it's just from 1 to 149, which is just the number of colors for the piece. That's it. So number 35, but I'm sure you can appreciate it's a beautiful green here, whatever number it is. Maybe someone can just look at the number and go 3A46, something like that. We have some aliens in our chat here. They can just look at the color and go, hey, I know the thread number. Well, Kelly says, I like avocado for lunch with lemon or lime juice and a lot of black pepper. Yes, so it's pretty much like that, but make it sweet. That's avocado ice cream for you. I think majority of people, if you serve them avocado ice cream, they probably wouldn't know it's avocado at all. It just tastes like a really delicious ice cream dessert. I promise you, okay? So now, let me start from here. I might need to make a yogi move. Oh no, not there, here. In order to bypass this area, crossing over, because the next stitch is around here. And I don't want to take my thread from here over there. crossing maybe more than 3 stitches. So a yogi move is required, okay? Yogi move coming up. Live demonstration. So what I'm going to do is to take the thread away. It's a little bit tricky. I can take the thread away over here, but I don't know whether it's far enough. So what I'm going to do is, wow, this is controversial, okay? I'm going to perform 2 yogi moves. So first move, I'm going to take it over here, anchor the thread. So I'm taking the thread instead of over to this corner, okay? I'm taking it down and away from this completed area, and then I'm going to anchor the thread over here then. I'm improvising as I go. All I'm trying to do is to take the working thread away from the completed area. So because if it's floating in the back of completed area, it doesn't get tucked down, stitched down. So that's all I'm trying to avoid. And then I'm coming back here. You see what's happening? I'm taking the thread over here, over there. Oh, sorry, there. And then back here. I know. You might be going, is that necessary, Yogi? Yes. For me, it makes me happier, knowing that I'm minimizing the floating thread behind my work. You know, it might mean absolutely nothing for some stitches, but I like it. And then one more here. Michelle Fuller has joined us. Welcome, Michelle. And then I'm going to take it up here, which is fine. Oh, Chelsea says, I mean, Bailey's and hot chocolate is good though. I can totally see that working. Yes. I can totally see that working because Bailey, to be honest, if you warm it up, it's still a nice drink. And if you add it to hot chocolate or a few dashes, because Bailey, I'm trying to think, is it brandy or is it whiskey in Bailey's? So essentially, you know, you're having Irish hot chocolate. Yes, I think coffee and chocolate, they work quite well with liqueur. Little bit of green happening there, you know, for the green crab, you know. Paris says yes, but I'm likely to stay stitching with Yogi instead of cleaning anything. Yes, I know. I know how it works, you know. Hanging out with Yogi is so much more fun than cleaning the house. All right, so I've got 2 more stitches at the bottom there. Why don't I do that? So just down here, I can go freely down here. See, this shape is forming already. And the belly of the kitty. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, Sarah is joining the Hey Sao. Which piece are you stitching then? I know quite a few of you are joining the Sao for next year already. I hope you're having or have fun and enjoy it. The process. And talking about Sao, guys, tomorrow is a big day coming up, okay? Tomorrow, we're officially starting our Christmas stitching, all right? I know some of you already started for 2 months now, but tomorrow we're starting a new piece, and quite a few of you are joining me, okay? So, I've got my fabric ready, all my threads already there. I'm using a master set, so I don't have to do anything. And let me just pop this back on my needle board. 35 going back. Yeah, so tomorrow, Wednesday, and every Wednesday till Christmas is our festive stitching. Okay, so up to this point, we've been doing Halloween stitching, and we concluded that last week. And from tomorrow, we're officially starting our Christmas stitching. It's official, you know, and I'm stitching a piece called Christmas House. Let me show you the markup then. If you've never seen it before, you can go and grab it and you know, and join Yogi and many of others, and we can start together live here on Yogi stream. How's that? So let me find the markup there. Where is it? I do have it. I definitely have it. Oh, no. Let me show you the other way. It's even better because I've already got it on my saga here. So I can just show you the actual pattern. Okay. So this is the one we're doing tomorrow, or I'm doing, and quite a few of you. Look at that. It's so pretty. And there's 3 in the set, in the same kind of, you know, trio thingy. There's 3 pieces, and they're named Christmas House 1, 2, 3. And I'm doing the second one. So they look slightly differently, but I think they're similar in size, if not identical. And this is, we did a poll during live stream, one of the live streams, and this one was everybody's favorite. And you're free to do the other ones as well. There are 2 others, and you know, just come to join me, and we'll start together. And if you're stitching other pieces, of course you're allowed, and just bring your projects along, and we'll have fun tomorrow. We have fun every day, don't we? So this is the piece, and what I've got, there are 2 versions. One is the regular one, and this one is quote-unquote large, but I think this is a much better choice. This is not large as a heaven and earth large. I can't remember the stitch counts, but it's not that big at all, but you get a lot more details. You know, you look at this, you've got a Christmas tree, trees everywhere, you've got panda, teddy bear, look, there's a little teddy there, and a lot going on. It's like each window, each room is telling a different story. I love it. And you've got the door as well, a little squirrel here. Look at that. And all the beautiful and hollies and everything. Ah, and of course, the Santa Claus. I nearly forgot, yes. Santa Claus is on the roof there. And so come join me, okay? Tomorrow. It's tomorrow. I can't believe it. Because only a few days ago, I was thinking, oh, there's so many days away, and I just couldn't wait. And lo and behold, it's going to be tomorrow. So come and join me, okay? And let's have a look. Yes, Bear says, beautiful Christmas house. I love the giant panda teddy by the upstairs tree. Yes, every room is telling a story. It's a beautiful piece, and it's by an artist called let me recall. Is it John Crisp? Susan, am I correct? Is it John or Steve Crisp? I can't remember. I remember, it's a really, really generic name. I'm so sorry, and but I do remember the surname. So beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So come join me. And yes, of course, you can grab the pattern from Artisy, which is a pattern company. So let me just strengthen this line a little bit. It is fading away. So even though it's permanent marking with the pencil, but the lines do fade away gradually. And also it's very subtle. Once you stitch over it, you really can't tell. You really can't tell. Lovely. And I am going to flip over one more time and pick the next color. Oh, I love this method. And I just stitch the colors I love to stitch at that moment in time. So 18. Let me have a look. If I have 18 on my board there. No. I am going to bring my set here. And I think if you have multiple GeckoRouge kids, the issue would be you have to create individual organizers for them, because even though they're from GeckoRouge, but all the numbers are based on the number of colors of the entire kit. They don't share anything in common. So if I haven't, get another kit from GeckoRouge, the kit has got 50 colors, for instance. The threads will be numbered from 1 to 50. That's it. So you can't really have a master set for GeckoRouge, unfortunately. I think this needle might be 26 rather than 28. Sometimes I get mixed up the sizes. Steve, okay, thank you, Susan. Steve Crisp, not John Crisp. So beautiful work there. Let me swap my needle. This one's too thick. I think this one's 26. Oops, sorry. I'm not as clumsy as Neo, but I can be clumsy too. So here we go. Oh, this is better. This is 28. So single strand stitching, I always use 28. It just feels good in my hand. Let's go back here. River, hello River. So good to see you. And Six has joined us as well. Welcome. And Claudia is also back. Claudia says, I'm back. Just had an unexpected mop session in the laundry room. Oh dear. Is it cat related? Yes. Oh, right. Claudia says, my washer decided the water just had to drain on the floor. Oh dear. Yes. I hope it's sorted. I remember it's over a year ago, and when I think back, it's still traumatic because I didn't know what to do. So in the middle of the night, and we were woken up by the sound from the kitchen. Just kind of, I remember just hearing water, and I was thinking, well, the washing machine wasn't doing anything. Where is the water sound coming from? And we got up, and lo and behold, the pipe under the kitchen sink just decided to burst. And we had no idea where the main switch for the water was, and never thought about it. So we're running around, didn't know what to do, and the water was, it wasn't leaking. It was just gushing out like a fountain. And very luckily, I actually had a very, very good plumber who I've been using for years and years. Really eccentric gentleman, but he was really, really good and reliable. And it was probably about 2:30 after midnight. And I didn't know what to do. So I just texted him. I didn't want to call just in case he was asleep, and he was. And I texted him, but he got a text and he goes, I'll come over. I'll come over. Because originally he was trying to instruct us to find the main switch, and we couldn't find it. Just didn't know where it was. So so he actually came over in the middle of the night. Around 3 o'clock he turned up. The kitchen was already flooded. Okay, it was like a mini pool going on there. You can probably swim in it. But he came over and got everything sorted. Oh, that wasn't fun, but we're very, very lucky to have the plumber who was willing to come over. Because I called the plumbing company, and even those that claim to do 24 hours, they just go, we don't have anybody to come over. You have to wait till the morning. And I was thinking, by the morning, I can probably swim in my kitchen. Okay. So I was desperate, and I hope you got it sorted, Claudia. Oh, Monique, hello. Monique says, so pretty, Yogi. Oh, do you mean me? Yes, Yogi is pretty. No, I know. Monique is talking about the pattern. Yes, it's very pretty indeed. I love it. And you know, different start from here. It feels like a totally different project. So I'm not even thinking that I'm doing the same project. You know, this is a different fabric and same floss, but different location, and it feels totally different. Six says stitching Dragon Eye by Water Biz and drinking bubbly lemon water. Very nice, very refreshing. And let me end this thread here, and I need another sip of my power drinks. There. Here we go. It's so pretty, isn't it? This one, and also Traveling Library as well, I started from the other end. With Traveling Library, I start from the top center, and there's so many different colors happening there. It's like an explosion of colors. I love it. 18. Going back, let me have a sip of my coffee and look at the chat a little bit. Catching up. Yes, Six says, looking forward to seeing you start the Christmas house. Me too. So tomorrow is going to be a surprise, okay, guys? No clickbait here. Tomorrow is a surprise. Oh, this coffee is so good. Yes, Ebony is, I think I'm interpreting this message from Ebony is basically telling us her teddy is still alive and well, okay? So Ebony is stitching a different piece, Christmas piece, but it's got teddies, 2 teddies in there, and I counted it because I don't want Ebony to turn around and go, Teddy, what teddy? No teddy in this piece. Or maybe 1 is missing. Instead of 2, you know, she end up with 1, you know? The well-being of the teddy, we need to pay attention and check on the teddies from time to time. Just make sure that, you know, teddies are doing well in Ebony's piece, because Ebony has the habit to kind of disappear, you know, certain creatures with 4 legs. sometimes 2 with Teddy. Teddy's got 2 legs. Do you think Teddy's got 4 legs? Or 2 hands and 2 legs? I don't know. Yes, and Natty says, I decided to stitch my Christmas house by window starting the nursery. Oh, Natty, you're giving it away. It's supposed to be, something that we share tomorrow live. Natty couldn't help, and it's already sharing the starting point. So, guys, if you're stitching the Christmas house number 2 with me tomorrow, okay, and keep it to yourself. Don't tell anybody where you're starting, and we're going to shock each other tomorrow. Probably not so much a shock. But yes. Oh, Susan says, I think Artisy, let me highlight this one, because just in case you don't know which company to get the pattern from. So Susan says, I think Artisy is an Australian company. So this is the company. If you just look up Google and type in Artisy shop, they've got 2 websites, so it can be a little bit confusing, because one of them is kind of just catalog of their patterns, but if you type in Artisy shop, so the shop version of the website should come up. And yeah, interesting, this Australian company, I didn't know that. They've got a lot of really beautiful patterns, and I believe they only do patterns. They don't do kits or anything, not that we need it. But yes, so you can find Christmas house, all 3 patterns from Artisy there. Thank you, Susan. Yes, lovely, isn't it? Amira, yes. Yes, look. Yes, I know. That's why. This is why we have to check on the teddies from time to time, okay? Because stuff like this could happen. Okay, guys? We need to keep an eye on the well-being of Japanese teddies. There are 2, okay? We need to confirm the number as well, just in case suddenly, just quietly one disappears. Okay. It's teamwork. It's teamwork. The well-being of teddies. Oh, lovely coffee. Feeling better already. Yes, if you haven't got, your Christmas piece decided, or maybe you have one already, why not add another one? This is a beautiful choice there. It's so much fun, and I'm planning to work on this piece for many years. Obviously, 200, but I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Let me just pop this one back. I think there's another 26 needle blending in, pretending to be 28. I can tell. Hey, Clara, joining us. Hello, hello. I'm very excited about a new start. All right then. Next, I might, work on this area a little bit. There's some really pretty colors here and details as well. Here we go. So this one, oh, I found a ninja stitch, literally just one. Just one stitch. There's no surrounding stitches anywhere. Oh my goodness. This must be an important one. I'm sure it makes all the difference. 85 rather. 85, just one stitch, literally. 5. But hang on. This looks different. This looks different from the color on my set here. Number 5. Oh, sorry, not number 5. Why did I say that? 85. I panicked a little bit. I thought maybe I got the color wrong totally on my chart. Okay, 85. Really important color here. Just single stitch, okay? And if Glenn from GeckoRouge charted this one, I need an explanation. Glenn, why is there just single stitch there of this color, nowhere else? I need to know. Hey, Betty Hankins is joining us. Welcome. If I haven't said hello to you, it's me, not you, okay? Trying to catch up. Betty says, are you all going to only work on your Christmas house one day a week? So, guys, what is your plan like? I'm sure quite a few of you probably work on multiple days, but Yogi is only dedicating one day a week for Christmas stitching. I'm not saying that I wouldn't sneakily, do some homework. I don't know yet. And how about you guys? For some of you, maybe every day is Christmas stitching till Christmas. So let me anchor this one down here. Oh, Alandria says, am I the only person who still has a lifetime membership to the original Artisy site? What is that membership about then? I didn't know they have membership. What do you get for that? Let me highlight this one so you know what Landra means. So Artisy is the website we just mentioned. And there's a membership, lifetime membership as well. Whoa. I think Landra might have a golden ticket for all the patterns. Do you get discount or some sort of freebies? 85 going back. I really only learned about this website very recently. Just people mentioning it in the chat. And it maybe took me the Christmas pattern. Is the only pattern I ever bought from them. So first time experience. But sounds like they've been around for a long time. Oh my goodness. Alandra says, I paid one-time fee sometime around 2004. So they've been around for 20 years? Right. So you pay them to get a lifetime membership. And she says, it gave me lifetime access to every pattern on the website. This was before they opened the new site. I have to pay for new ones. Oh, so the membership, just basically you can download any one of them for free within that price. I hate to ask how much that was and whether that was worth it. Is that why they have two different websites? Because originally when I was searching for them, I was quite, I found an old one, I presume, and I was very confused because I didn't see the buy button. I couldn't put things in the basket. So maybe you had to join a membership in order to get anything. That's interesting. They gave up on that one. So, but I'm sure you have probably endless supply of patterns from them. It'll keep you very, 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 very busy. Clara, sorry. Let me just highlight this one because I think it might clarify certain things for our stitches here. Clara says, I'm aware that Mondays and Fridays, Yogi, you start your live later. What time do you start your live? Clara, so yes, you're quite right. Mondays and Fridays, because I teach later classes in the evenings. So I get to start a little bit later. But it's not completely fixed time. But so far, we kind of start around 11 or between 11 to 11:30 UK time in the evening, okay, PM, and yeah, so far that seems to be the time that works for me on Mondays and Fridays. So yes, you're quite right. So if you're new to the channels, day to day, we're kind of starting around, today's time, around 8:30-ish, most days. But for Mondays and Fridays, we start around 11, something like that. So yesterday, we started around 11 as well, or maybe quarter past. And then we went all the way to 2 a.m. 2:30, I think we did. So something like that. So hopefully that's clear to Clara. Claudia says, I'll stitch my Christmas project on the... Oh, I can't read that. Plus, when I spin on it, when I spin it on my wheel, I think Claudia's keyboard might be going rogue. Sometimes it happens. Unless I decide that day the wheel doesn't know what it's doing. Oh, so am I correct that Claudia is going to follow the wheel? Claudia's got a wheel as well. Oh, everyone. Competing with my Yogi's fairy wheel, magic wheel, not wheel of doom, okay, wheel of hope. Here we go. Next color. A little bit of blue here. So transition from green to blue. How pretty. Love it. 86. I do have one threaded already. Magic. So quick when you have a needle ball. You just pick it up and start stitching. And I am going to start here. Susan says, my plan is work on Berry Christmas on Tuesdays and Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm also doing Woodland Santa on Thursday. Yes, I think, Susan, you've got multiple pieces going on already, on you. So Susan has got a plan. So organized. Because some days you have to follow Yogi on, certain themes, don't you? So... And we now only have Wednesday and Saturday. So, and we'll see what happens. We just leave days open and, if there are themes we want to do together, we have 3 days to do that. Trying to tease this one down. Alandria says, referring to the lifetime membership with Artisy, she says, I believe there's a discount on the new patterns. Right, so if you are transitioning from the old site with a membership, you don't lose everything. You get discounts, but not free, correct? But I'm presuming that you still have access to the old site with all the patterns, right? They're not taking that away. But the thing is, though, stitching patterns like this, particularly full coverage, it's not so much the quantity, isn't it? I know some of you has got a lot of patterns, but you can only stitch so many pieces. So I don't know if, full access to a membership for all the patterns will be something that I'll go for, because I know I won't be able to get all the patterns stitch all of them anyway, so it's not like, you know, Netflix. You can watch a lot of movies. Betty Lou Taylor says, I'll work on Christmas project on Wednesday until the week of Thanksgiving. Okay, so that's the end of, when is that? Is it the end of November? Then will become my main stitch throughout the holidays. Okay, so in December, that would be the full-on Christmas stitching month. Ha. And Betty's also thinking about a new year, new start. Absolutely. I'm sure something will come up, you know, by New Year. Who knows? We have two months going on there. I'm sure some sort of new pattern is going to materialize, and we want to start together. So I am going to do this one over here. And back to left here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Chloe says, I think I'll be doing the Christmas house only on Wednesdays until closer to Christmas. Yes, I understand that plan actually, because, you know, even though we're starting November and it is, you know, officially Christmas season, but December is the, you know, Christmas month, isn't it? So all the countdown starts from December. So maybe from then on, you can focus on the Christmas piece a little bit more. That makes sense. Gonna end this color here. Right. Next one then. Let me see what's waiting for me here. All right. There's some green here as well. That's quite pretty. I might do that first. Yes. There's some green stitches. That's very pretty. 105. 105. Do have one already. I like that everybody's got a plan already for Christmas stitching. So really organized. Valandria says, I won't be able to stay late from next week. I start my new job, so my routine changes. I know, but you know, we have replays still, you know, and you can still hang out with us in the weekends, can't you? So, but new job is exciting, isn't it? I love new jobs. If I get to teach in a different studio that I've never done before, I get very excited. I like it. 2 here. Lovely. You see it happening, the belly of the kitty here, from here over there. Claudia says, my will is inspired by the well of hope. There you go, it's well of hope. It's official, okay? It's not always right. Sometimes it picks something I know I should stitch. Like what? If it's part of your whip, you should be stitching it, whichever it is. Allow the divine, intervention to take over. I don't know. Maybe I should have one day in a week that I just let the world decide, But the tricky part is if I do the spin live and then try to get my whip ready, it could take a little bit of time because I like my tension sort of quite tight, my fabric quite tight. So it takes a little while to get it on the hoop. It might take 20 minutes. Here we go. So where are we here? Oh, why do I have these 2 stitches marked? That's not correct. Let me have a look. Let me correct that. There are 2 phantom stitches. They're not on my fabric. Let me just finish this one for now. Suzanne says yogi having a needle ball is the same way as like stitching masterpieces. Well, I think stitching masterpieces, she is preparing those colors that she's about to stitch. So it's a lot more specific. Whereas my needle ball, they're just there. They're from multiple projects and, kind of just there until I need them. So not quite the same. I think it's more about the kind of preparation that she does for her stitching. That's very alien to me. She's an alien. I'm just not that organized. Maybe 2 more stitches I can manage with this piece of thread. Or maybe I end here. Here we go. And there are 2 stitches that do not exist on my fabric there. I want to correct them. So those 2, for some reason, I don't know why they're there. This one and that one. Okay. Very nice. And I think I'm kind of quite fancy sort of switch around, change the color schemes a little bit so I don't get bored. let me go for this color then. Nice purple. Here. All right, very nice. Let me take a sip of my coffee here. Sarah says, I posted my October stitches in a group and added my November goals. Did you see that? No, I didn't. If you're talking to me, or the chat in general, I have not seen that. That's so organized. And Sarah says, I'm going to try 48-hour marathon in November. Okay, I know our Sarah is a little bit of an alien, okay? She's not debating about that. She knows she's an alien. Yes, exactly. I think everybody agrees. Let's have a look. Yes, 48 hours. I haven't read that incorrectly. Not 4 hours. 4 hours wouldn't be marathon. 48. So Sarah, are you planning to get some sleep in between, or are we going for extreme marathon? Extreme sleepless marathon. Oh, that's crazy. Yes. Yeah. Let us know how you get on. It's better you than me, Sarah. Let me put my lid on my coffee. Oh, night, Natalia. Hope you enjoyed the session. And Janine says, I put about 409 stitches on my Christmas angel today. That's tremendous. That's nearly, well, that's over 400. That's a lot. It'll take me 2 days to do that. 6/6. It's a purple. Yes, I've got my needle thread, my threaded needle here. So I am going to start from here. This beautiful purple color. Let me start from here then. 1, 2. Landra says, I'm so excited about it, Yogi. Such an exciting opportunity to take part in something meaningful. I probably missed your previous comment. I'll try to figure out what you're going to take part in. Are we talking about a 48-hour marathon? Are you, all of you, going to join the 48-hour marathon? I'm kind of moving around the chat to read bits and pieces. So Have a look here. Oh, what's happened to Sarah? Missing out on the comments there. Oh dear. Because sometimes there are multiple comments and they all link together, but occasionally I catch one and it's totally out of context. So I have no idea what's happening sometimes. So forgive me. To here. Here we go. So this is the belly of the cat, but it's got quite a lot of burgundy actually, which is a surprise. So let me bring up the markup again to see what's happening here. Right, yeah, because the cat in general is orange, but the belly area, there's quite a lot of sort of red and purple as well. I was wondering why, there's so many brown stitches. Two more. Oh, so does that mean the hate sale has ended? I think it's sort of finished on the 1st of November, and we're way into November now. Lona says, Yogi, I'm pretty sure I have the floss needed for the Christmas house too, but still need to get the fabric, which I can't order till next week. Well, it's okay then. You can do, so you've got the floss there. It depends on whether you need to kit up, because you can join us and just do the kitting up. Or just stitch something else until, you get your fabric, no sweat. You can join next week. But it's really nice for you to join us. The more, the merrier. It's a little bit like the traveling library. Quite a few of us are stitching the same piece, but everybody's whip looks different. And I think with Christmas house as well, it's got so many different elements, and everybody probably choose, different starts. So we get to see different bits. It's quite fun. Three, another one over here. No. Kind of thinking whether I should keep going. I think I might just do 3 more stitches here and then stop. I don't want to wander too far. Ah, so referring to sell. Right. But I'm sure they're going to do another one. I'm sure. They just do random discount days. But I noticed the other day when I looked at Heaven and Earth website, there's some patterns they're priced at, because average patterns, full size ones, they're, I think, $19, right? About $20. But I noticed there are a few patterns there. They're priced at $35. Are they different types of, or different sizes of patterns? Because Heaven and Earth, they price the super size and the regular ones at the same price, don't they? They don't cost more. Minis a little bit less. But I noticed there are a few patterns, they're at $35. So I don't know whether they're larger or some sort of special edition patterns, if anyone knows. Oh, Lona's got master set ready. Good for you. See, when you have a master set, things are so easy. You don't have to spend 3 days, kitting things up. So just one set of thread cards and you're sorted. Right. Let me see where I should go next. I'll pick some pretty colors. I might come back and do a little bit. Oh, I love to do some green, actually. Yes. This green looks really pretty. And there are quite a few stitches as well. Be a nice one to do. Oh, look at that. So I'm moving toward the green crab zone, okay? Danger zone. Danger zone. Yes, I probably need to wear my helmet. I'm moving toward the evil crab, okay? I don't care what you say. It's not a cottage in my eyes. I think a crab is a crab. 109. 109. I'm just drawn to that green color. 109. It's that one. Lona says I've got 1,200 stitches in on portrait of Father Christmas already. Oh, you're all the way there already with your Christmas piece. Oh, I see, Lona. Lona says those are diamond paintings. Oh, right, because so they still do diamond painting patterns. I thought they stopped doing that, or maybe they just stopped kitting them up. Oh, I see. So how come? So how come diamond painting patterns they're more expensive? I wonder. I would assume they probably charge it a very similar way. Yes, they're 35. So with diamond painting, those people who do diamond paintings, do you kit up projects, or do you always buy the whole kit? Because you know it's not fabric, is it? It's some sort of special sticky pad that you need for diamond painting. Can you kit up a project just like cross stitching? There's one more down here. Right. So Betty is saying the same thing. That's not a cross-stitching charts prices. Susan says, if you think it's a crab, does that mean does that mean you're stitching seafood? Oh dear, Susan, that is a tricky question. I don't know if you can eat evil crab like this. You know, who wants to eat a green crab with fur? You know, it looks like it looks like the crab has got some sort of fur coming out of the body, some sort of strange claws. I'm not sure it's that delicious looking. Do you, Susan? So if you can't eat it, and in theory, it's probably not seafood. It's like mermaids, you know. It's a sea creature, but people don't eat mermaid. Not like not that I know of. So technically, I'm safe. Okay, it's just a very evil-looking crab. No calamari. Okay. Hey, Bex. Hello, hello. Yes, Bex says, hello, everybody. Lovely people. Sorry I'm late, Bex. You need to submit your report and explain why you're late for the class. Okay? Lona says, saying crap. Very similar, very similar. No, Yogi. Yogi doesn't swear. This is a family show, okay? Family show. Rochelle says, oh, Rochelle, hello, hello. And Henny asks, kit. Oh, right. So Henny says, you can kit up diamond painting. And Rochelle says, Yogi, I'm starting a Christmas project with you tomorrow, but not the house. I'll be stitching bobos for my Christmas tree. I need to stitch small things that I can finish quickly. Fair enough. If you can stitch whatever you want. And of course, you can have a new start. That's not Christmas house, and can still start with us together. It's good fun. And it's very nice, to stitch something that you could, maybe you can hang on your Christmas tree as well. It's a lovely idea. Originally, I wanted to do the beaded Christmas piece as well, but then I thought, well, maybe I just focus on this one because this pattern's got so much going on there. Having two projects might be a bit much. So maybe at some point I'll try out those beaded projects. I'd love to try them. Lona says sometimes you can buy the canvas with symbols on it and buy your drills or a whole kit. Okay, so the canvas I've seen people doing have been just blank, I think. So if they have symbols on the canvas, then it looks like it's probably equivalent of the stamp kit, isn't it? I don't know. I have no idea about diamond painting then. Ebony says no calamari. Yes, no calamari. Betty says my hands are shaking today. The autocorrection is going mad. I know. Can be quite annoying. Sometimes good, but sometimes it's trying to be too clever. Lona. Very cheeky, but true. Very different. So Betty's got a pattern for house 1, but don't have the pattern yet, the fabric. It'd be interesting to know what fabric count everybody's going for and the location of start, because that piece is full of action. So what, when you say drills, what do you mean by that? Hold the drills on. So the drills are the beads, are they? I don't know the lingo. Cherry Wood says, is it okay to stitch Christmas house 1? Of course. There's 3 pieces and you can stitch any one of them. But so far, I haven't come across anybody who's going for Christmas house 3. Because 3 has got this slightly creepy looking Santa. The Santa on that piece looks like he's about to burgle and break in the house. It's quite weird. So majority of us are doing 2, but some of us, I think, are doing 1 as well. I do prefer the kitchen of Christmas house 1. It just looks a little bit more tranquil. But overall, I prefer 2. There you go. Lona says drills are the raisin beads. So basically those little beads. Betty says, I've seen a floss tuber stitching a full coverage using beads. Oh, do you mean using cross stitch pattern and do beads? Because if I'm correct, I think the color charts, they're using DMC colors as well. So technically, they're interchangeable. But I think cross stitching patterns probably a little bit more detailed. I don't know. Just thinking. Because those beads are larger, aren't they? So Sarah. Yes, we all know you're in charge of the alien club. But are you going to get some sleep though for the 48-hour marathon? Or maybe with your power drinks, power snacks, you can just go all the way. And talking about power snacks, oh, hello. I may have stitched one extra row there. No one will know. No one will know, okay? If you don't tell, no one will notice. It's all green down here. See you later, 6. Let me have a piece of chocolate then. Might as well, talking about power snacks. And today, a little change of flavor. You've probably seen this one before, my Black Forest cherry dark chocolate. Dun, 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 yes. And if you have power snacks, bring your snacks forward and enjoy it with me. Hey, Collin. Collin says, speaking of location starts, I miss where you were stitching in this project. I can't figure it out. No problem, Collin. Yogi's here to help. Let me just have a couple pieces of chocolate. regain the, I don't know, the energy level. So this is cherry flavor, Black Forest chocolate. Ooh, let me have a look. It gets stuck in the bag. So I've run out of my big button, chocolate buttons. So this one is just as good. So this one is, I try not to drop any chocolate flakes. Black Forest. Oh yes. Oh yes. Very nice. Collin, let me show you where I am, okay? Here we go. I'm gonna zoom out, okay? All the way out. Oh, let me have a look. Oh no, I've got a line here with stitches. Can you see that? I've been cheating. I don't know why it happened. There's a line here. Let me be very careful because sometimes if the chart is not locked and you run your finger through the screen, and it marks stitches. Oh, I'm doing it again. Hang on. Let me just correct this first, and I'll zoom out for you, okay, Collin? Oh dear. I don't want to cheat, you know? I want the stitch count to be correct. You can tell that I probably just run my fingers through the screen and then mark them accidentally because the chart wasn't locked. It happens a lot, actually. It's a problem with this app. It does happen if you're not careful. Hang on. Because I need to have the chart unlocked in order to... Oh, that's a long line there. Oh, dear. I have to keep the chart unlocked so I can manually mark those stitches. And this could happen. Let me have a look and see if I've got more. Oh, my God. Today's stitch count is going to be all over the place. I don't mind it, you know. I just want the chart to be correctly marked. Okay, I think we're good. So, Collin, here it is. I'm zooming all the way out. So you see, this is the entire piece. So I'm right at the bottom. And I'm moving slightly toward the left here. And because the little kitty is there, so I'm slowly moving forward. But at some point, I might move up, or maybe come back to the right side. I don't know. I'm just going wherever I want. So if you want to see the whole piece, knowing what I'm stitching, this is it. I'm way over here where the kitty is, this orange kitty, and the little green creature there. You know, I'm not gonna pronounce it just in case people hear it differently. Okay. So this is a family show, and I've got this potato, Mr. Potato, on the right there, partially finished. So this is where I am. Back here, and try not to mark any stitches I haven't done. So I'm toward the left here. Let me just flip over again. This is the belly of the little cat here. Okay. There. All right. And Clara says, I'm going with 25 count 1/1 full cross, starting on the upper left corner. Are you referring to the Christmas house piece? If that's the case, good luck. It's going to be 2 years of stitching blue sky. Well, not dark, night sky. And maybe get to the roof a little bit after 3 years. In my case, anyway, if I start from upper left. No hint. I might start from upper left. You don't know. Oh, let me have another piece of chocolate. It's so good. Henny says, I stitch beads too. I've never done it, actually, Henny. That's why I want to try. Where am I here? There it is. All right. Try to move carefully so I don't mark anything that I haven't done. Oh, the chocolate is so good. That's what I needed. So, let me figure out where I am, because every time I move away, when I come back, I literally have to reorient myself so I know where I am. Let me zoom in. So colorful, isn't it? This piece. So playful. And it's full of mysteries. Huh. Wait. Two here. Oh dear. Okay. Oh no, I'm good. For a moment, I thought it was a major reverse stitching situation. No, we're good. We're good. Phew. Clara says, I'm enjoying my Russell Stover, sugar-free, pecan. Oh, my goodness. Is that the brand name? Russell Stover. Sugar-free pecan delight milk chocolate candy. That's a lot going on there, Clara. That sounds lovely. Yes, power snacks. Power drinks for power stitching. Here I've done I don't know. I need to rethink about this faded background. It confuses me sometimes because the colors look faded, so dark brown becomes light brown, and sometimes colors like this exist on the chart, and I get very confused. So maybe I am going to turn it back to 100% and see if it helps. So normally I do this. This is what I do. And I think I'm going to come back to this. Because sometimes it actually confuses me. I think this is better. I tried. At least I gave it a go. Claudia says, I was paying too much attention to the chat, not enough for my dinner. I think my husband would notice that I added a tablespoon of cayenne instead of a teaspoon. Oh, no problem. She won't notice. He won't notice it. And today's just a disaster around here. A tablespoon of cayenne. Cayenne pepper depends. Some can be quite spicy and some not very spicy. They're different ones, aren't they? Oh, a little bit of cayenne is nice. I always get cayenne pepper powder confused with paprika. They're kind of similar, but I think one is more smoky or something like that. They're both chili powders. I think paprika is not very hot. Betty says, you will cheat yourself later. Are you referring to this mark thread, mark stitches? I don't know, it does happen. Mysterious stitches just being marked without my permission. And I think it's a problem with the app as well, because if you're just moving the chart around unlocked, it could happen. Two over here. Susan, Susan is spreading rumors here, okay? Susan say, Panda, start. Who knows? Until tomorrow? You know, I'm not telling. Clickbait, okay? I need something to get views, all right? Work with me, Susan. Claudia says, our cayenne pepper is pretty spicy. Knowing him, you eat it, compliment me, and then ask what was different. Yes. It's nice. Yeah, spicy is nice. I'm sure you enjoy it the same. Maybe sweating a little bit more. And drinking a little bit more water. You'll be fine. Russell Stover. Okay. Lona says, Yogi, I've learned to turn off the marker when I need to move the chart. When you say turn off the marker, do you mean to lock it? I forget to do that because depending on how you use the app, sometimes if you use the highlight boxes, you don't need to unlock the map because you just do a overall, you just hit the bucket, right? But the way I'm working, because I'm manually marking my stitches in no particular sorting order, so I have to keep it unlocked, and when I move it around, I just move it around. I don't think about locking it. So this is the part I have small complaint of lab. I'm not sure why they have to lock. They have to lock the map or unlock it. It's not necessary. Not the map, the chart, I mean. Anati says, Yogi, do you stitch other than on your live stream? From time to time, if I have some time, normally not very meaningful slot, you know, I wouldn't be able to stitch for 3 hours outside the streaming time, because prior to streaming, my stitching time is about now as well. So this is my actual stitching time when I get home, settle down and sit down to do some stitching. So this is what I would have, you know, done even if I wasn't streaming. So this is my main stitching time. And occasionally, if I sort of between classes, sometimes I get to pop home if I'm not working too far away with the studio. I might come back and if I feel like it, I might grab one of the whips and do a few stitches. And that, I have done that from time to time, but not very often, because sometimes for me to stitch, I need to feel relaxed and knowing that I'm not rushing to do something else. So I quite like the evening time, which is now. So I'm doing majority of my stitching with you, pretty much. There's one more I can manage here. This small piece of thread. Okay. And I think this is why this streaming, well, this channel is kind of working, because I am just doing what I normally do, to be honest. And all I'm doing is to set up in a way that I can share it with you. So I'm not doing anything that's, you know, out of ordinary or bend over backwards in order to stream. I think if I did that, I wouldn't be able to be here and do it for so long and do it every day, because this is, you know, how I naturally want to, this is a time that I normally stitch anyway. So, hey Marsha, good to see you. And we have Pascal joining us as well. Australia is waking up. Maybe take another piece of chocolate then. Why not? And Donna Marie is joining us as well in the chat. Oh, Donna says the urge to buy this chart and kit is strong. Yogi, you're bad for my budget. I know. This is, you know, this is GeckoRouge and this is a super size as well. So GeckoRouge charts. Sorry, I've got a piece of chocolate in my mouth. GeckoRouge chart, even the smaller ones, depends on the fabric count. If you get the kits, majority of them, probably slightly under £100, majority of them. Some of them you can probably, if you do like 28 counts, you can probably get some of the kits at around 60 or 70 pounds. But this one, unfortunately, this is so large. But the thing is, Donna, look at the chart, and if you're totally convinced this is for you and you have the budget, then, you know, I say go for it. This is such a fun piece, because I have this pattern for nearly 3 years now. I am still constantly surprised by it, and I'm sure that will continue. And it's so pretty. It's so well charted as well. So it's a fun piece that you can stitch for forever. And everywhere you turn, when you stitch a new object, it's like a new pattern. So it's not like a landscape. You're ultimately stitching the same thing. This is like, you know, Mr. Potato here is a totally different experience stitching versus, you know, I'm about to do with this little green blob down here, whatever it is. I'm not convinced it's a cottage, okay? So yeah, I think what happened with me with this pattern, with this kit, was when I first saw it, I fell in love with it, and I checked the price and I go, no, no, don't do it. This is crazy. This is a hobby. You do not spend this type of money on a hobby, you know. And And I was quite new for full coverage at that time as well. So I was thinking, no way. And it came back to haunt me every day. When I close my eyes, I'm being dramatic here. Yes, when I close my eyes, this pattern appeared. And those are the stitching experience as well. I was dreaming about, having the whole package arrive at my door. And the moment I open it, I was fantasizing and dreaming about it. And after maybe over 2 weeks, I'm sure, maybe back and forth, under a month anyway, I can't remember how long, finally I gave in and I go, well, this is, a pattern of a lifetime. And then I got it, and I never regret it. It came in the beautiful package. There's lovely boxes, and abundant of floss. You're not going to run out. You're not going to run out. So yeah, it's up to you if you think it's worth it. It's going to call you in the dreams. That's how pattern works. I think if you're ready to stitch one of them, they'll come to talk to you. They'll go, hey, Dana, stitch me. Lola says, Yogi's voice is so soothing. So, thank you so much. My voice is slightly, iffy today because I've been using it all day long. So in my class, I don't shout at all. I don't talk in sort of high volume. But when it comes to when it comes to teaching yoga, the voice has to come from the diaphragm. So it has to come from the inside. And if you use it a lot, it does take up a lot of energy. So this is one of those days. I need to have another sip of my coffee. And Marsha says, love listening to you all. I put you on when I'm driving in the car. How nice. Because even though I'm the only one speaking, so voice-wise, you hear me. But ultimately, you hear the chat, don't you? And this is really interesting because when I'm thinking back about what we talk about during the chat, I literally hear your individual voices. Because I'm really visual, I'm quite audio kind of person. So when I'm reading out, that's including you, Masha, when I'm reading out your comments, I think mentally I assigned a voice for you based on your personality, based on the way you word your comments, because each one of you have kind of unique way of expressing your views or opinions or jokes, right? So in my mind, I have a voice for you. So when I think back about our conversation, I can literally hear you in my head. That's how it works for me. So I'm sure hopefully that translates when you listen back on the replay or stream, that kind of nuance is kind of, maybe coming through. When you listen to me talking, you are actually listening to a whole group of people talking as well. So Janine says, I had to go make dinner and now I'm lost in the chat. I know. It's so nice to have a really lively chat here that I can't even keep up most of the time. So, but I think every stream we have, as I said, I normally just come on here with a piece of web I'm working with. I have no plans, no script, and you guys, take the lead on where you want to take the chat to go, and I'm just tagging along. I'm just joining in and talk about whatever you want to talk about. And Betty says, my power snack is pizza delivery. And no, I don't I didn't order any. Well, this is controversial, guys. Betty is describing pizza as a snack. Okay, we talked about this. Is it snacking when you have pizza, or is it eating a meal, really? So there are different definitions, okay? But very nice. Very nice. Pizza and stitching. Michelle Fuller says, I watch so many replays that I forget to contribute on the lives. Unintentional lurkers. It's quite funny because some people, when they come on live, even though let's say if we're 1 hour into it, right? But some people might decide to start from, beginning while we're live, but they're watching about 1 hour behind. And I always know that's what's happening when they start to comment about things that happened about an hour ago that we were talking about. And that's quite funny. Because I do that myself. A lot of times I go to a stream, particularly podcasts and stuff like that. I want to start from the beginning, so I know what's happening, but not noticing that I'm actually, a little bit behind. And if you start to join in the chat, you're actually, there's a time lapse happening there. So it's quite funny. And I also get comments about people watching replay, is that, they kind of intuitively want to join in the chat and forget they're watching a replay. That's quite funny too. Because you want to join in, why not, Yes, let me pick the next color. I think a little bit of 310. This is 310 time. There's a little bit of gap here. That's 310, so why not? Why not? Let me take a strand of number 16, Aka 310, right here. Betty says, the Mr. Potato you're calling reminds me of the whack-a-mole, and that's when I see that mole. Oh, is whack-a-mole? Yes, it looks like many things, isn't it? That dodgy moustache, and the hat as well. I know. I think we see what we see. I see a green crab. You see something else. I know, Donna, but I think if you kind of just follow your heart, because with that price tag, if you think about it rationally, you'll probably say no, but your heart is going to go, oh, but I really love it. And one thing I can guarantee, because ultimately, whether you like the pattern or not is up to you, right? But one thing I think I can safely say is the whole GeckoRouge experience. That's what I can say. And they have not paid me to say this. I'm just talking from as a customer. And to be honest, this is my only GeckoRouge kit. I'm not one of those customers that keep going back and get new ones or join a membership. I'm not one of them. But the whole GeckoRouge experience in terms of how they're delivered, how they're packaged, and customer service, I have to say, is pretty, it's up there. So, if you never bought from them before, you shouldn't worry about it. I think, they know how to do the customer service. And also the whole packaging, the whole experience, it's amazing. Beautiful boxes. Right? Very nice. Um, Suzanne says, Yogi, actually, it was all the eyes looking at you that was making you to have dreams. I know, Suzanne, there's so many eyes in this piece. I'm slightly surprised myself. And I think some of you are probably surprised. I have this thing about eyes. I don't like it. And yes, I don't know why this piece is just calling me, haunting me, really, in a good way. And I was just dreaming about stitching it from the moment I saw it. And but I do not regret for a moment that I got it. It's beautiful. Nati says, I was looking on the side, there's a kit that costs 1,500. Yes, you're probably looking at the largest one. And also it depends on the fabric count. The higher it goes, the more material they need to supply you. So I think you can probably go up to, I don't think they do 14, do they? That's too big, but they probably do up to 18 counts or something like that. I can't remember, but you can go up to 28, and they kit it up for you. Yes, the price tag is not for the faint-hearted, for sure. But their patterns are unique. Luckily, I haven't got that many on the site. That I felt like I have to, get it. Otherwise, I'll probably be bankrupt. But there are a couple of smaller ones. I'm thinking maybe somewhere along the line, I might get it. But, I'm in no hurry to get those, the smaller ones. Janine says, Yogi, do you talk about us when you were in the real world? Well, not specifically in terms of individual comments, but there are topics that's brought up here. And sometimes, yeah, it does, come into my real life conversations, particularly with my partner. So, yeah, it does. It does. Sometimes I think the chat is very good at trying to make me laugh with comments. So that's funny. Oh, Landria says spooky bingo 310. Yes. Amazing. Amazing. Because Landria says I've been stitching only 310 for 3 days. So it's spooky bingo all around for 3 days with Yogi, because every day I probably do a little bit of 310 with my piece for 3 days. We move it over here. Kimberly, hello. Kimberly says, hi Yogi, I'm excited for tomorrow. Sorry I'm late. Yes, submit your report. You have to be here on time, full of class. But yes, I am excited as well It's a new adventure for me. No hints. And I'd be interested to find out where everybody is going to start on a pattern. It could be anywhere, okay? And also the fabric as well. You know, the only thing I can tell you is I'm stitching on a colored fabric. But I'm not telling you what color it is. You will find out tomorrow. Clickbait. Give me something here, you know? I'm connecting this gap, closing this gap. Good to see you. Too Snowy has just joined us as well. Oh, naughty, naughty. You know, being late for the class. But it's good to see you. Rochelle says 310 is the hardest color for me to stitch. It just numbs my brain. I think 310 can be if there's a whole patch of it. That's why, you know, I'm kind of, my strategy is divide and conquer. So look at this here, this area here. All of this that I've left out, majority of it is 310 here. And there's more on the side there, still not stitched. So my plan is kind of when I feel like stitching 310, I'll dip in and do a little bit and then move out, like these ones, you know, little patches, and then do other colors and then come back from time to time, just like what I'm doing here. So I started with 310 a little bit, and then I move on to brighter colors, different ones, and then mix it up and then come back to 310 when I feel like it. I think that's the best way. But you can't always do this, because if you're stitching in order, let's say you do it block by block, and you've got 4 blocks of 310, you have to do them first. So that's why I like this method for some pieces. It just works quite well for me. Alandria is saying the opposite. She says, I'm actually enjoying 310. It's a break from the confetti. Yes, I think it's the balance, isn't it? If it's all confetti, you probably just have a meltdown. But if it's all 310 for the entire area, then yeah, you're going to go numb and just tune out. So it's about, you know, stitching it when you're in the mood. So I like to change it up. Oh, so Sarah is doing the black on black. Yes, I remember that chart. It's not lying. It is a black cat with a very dark background, or black background. So a lot of 310 action. Oh dear. Oh, but then again, this Sarah, isn't it? It's extreme sport for her, stitching. She's pushing the whole thing, stitching to the limit. No chance for me. I love the kitty. It's pretty, but and also it's got 2 big eyes as well. Even though it's kitty eyes, they're very big. Yes, Rachel, that's a good policy. If you do just one strand, that's about right amount of, single color that I can do as well. I rarely go over that. And, not only 310, all colors. If I have to do the same color all the time, I get, I start to tune out and not really sort of, and, be in the moment. And so I like to switch up. And that's why I have to, most of my pieces are very colorful and has a lot going on because I've got that kind of mind. I just can't do kind of air stitching for 3 hours, or some pieces really beautiful, but overall the color scheme is pretty much the same. Like the other day, 2 days ago, when we looked at the Hay Sao pieces, for instance, there's one piece that's kind of grayscale, and also the other one, the boat, the ship, the battleship. Oh, no chance. My mind will probably just switch off completely. So I just know myself enough that I can't do those type of patterns. Even though it's quite beautiful when it's done, but I just can't do it. One, two. Kimberly is spreading the rumor, of course. Kimberly says, I think Yogi is going to try 32 count on oatmeal color. Oatmeal color? What is oatmeal color? Is it like a little bit brown? Oh, Kimberly's, it's like, it's like she's a fortune teller. So some sort of clairvoyant, speaking with the other side, to the other side, and got inspiration. Okay, so let's see. Tomorrow, let's find out. I don't even know well, I'm not going to tell you. Maybe it is oatmeal color, whatever color it is. Okay, my oatmeal is beige, slightly light beige. I don't know about yours. If you overcook it, maybe it's brown. It's over here. Sarah, are you referring to black on black? Yes, I don't think it matters where you're starting. Unless you're starting from the eyes, then you probably get slightly sort of non-310 colors. Otherwise, it's 310 all the way. Sorry, need to get a cone of 310, okay? Maybe you can get a cone from Nikki, because she probably got all the cones in America. It's a shortage of 310 in America because of Nikki. Rochelle is like a fortune teller. Yes, Rochelle is getting messages from the other side, okay? Rochelle says, I think Yogi would do a kitchen start. Oh. So basically, 32 counts oatmeal color, whether it's overcooked oatmeal or properly cooked oatmeal. And it's going to be a kitchen start. I see. It's like that, is it, Kimberly? Not Kimberly, Rochelle. And Kimberly says, is there a kitty in it? I don't think there's a kitty, but there's a teddy. There's a teddy. We can have a look at the, why don't we have a look? Why not? Any excuses to look at this beautiful pattern here, okay? One more time, just in case you missed the last round. This is what we're going to be stitching tomorrow, guys. Ooh, look at this. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So this is a pattern from Artisy. If you want it, you know, go grab it. And yes, I don't see kitties there. There's a little squirrel here, okay? There's a little squirrel. And what? Oh, you know what? I just noticed, is that a little doggy there next to the turkey, waiting for a piece of turkey to drop on the floor. So the mummy is preparing the turkey. I think there's probably a turkey or maybe a giant cake. I have no idea. And there's a little doggy on the left. I noticed it for the first time. And someone had to tell me there's a squirrel because I didn't know what it was. I didn't notice it. And then we have a little teddy here, okay? And then we have little panda, okay? And I haven't seen a kitty. I'm surprised. It wouldn't surprise me if there's a kitty because this would be perfect to have a kitty here. But over here, is there another doggy here? What is this in front of, is it dad? So there's a child just next to the tree. And then is there another doggy next to this guy over there? When I say this guy, I don't know. Is that dad? But hang on a second. So the person in the kitchen must be granny or some sort of a housekeeper because mom is over here. Mom is in the baby room and there's a child here and then another child here. Is there, I don't know what I'm looking at. And the dad is in the living room. So no kitty so far, but who knows? I might find it. Maybe it's hidden somewhere. Wouldn't surprise me if there's a kitty. Maybe on the dinner table. I don't know. So no kitty so far. No kitty so far. But maybe two doggies. Okay, so this is what I'm stitching tomorrow. Come join me. Come join me. Grab the pattern. Even if you don't get to join tomorrow together, you can join me the week later because from tomorrow till Christmas, every Wednesday is our festive Christmas stitching. Okay, so come join me. Kimberly, yes. Kimberly has the crystal ball and is talking to the spirit from the other side, okay? Kimberly says oatmeal colored fabric is a dark beige. I call it lighter caramel color. So it's overcooked oatmeal. I see. 90 says there are two dogs. Clara says it's by the fireplace. What is? Kitty? And there's a bird on Snowman's head. Oh, there's so many things going on with that piece. Oh. I love pieces like that, patterns like that, because, you know, you just keep discovering new things. Oh, is there a kitty? Really? That's a review? I didn't see anything. So, a kitty by the fireplace. Is there? I don't see kitties by the fireplace. So fireplace is just here, right? Do you see a cat? I don't see it. And there's a bird on Snowman's head. Oh, that's true. Yes. Is it magpie or something like that? It's black bird with big beads. Not that I know anything about birds, but I don't see a cat though. Do you? Maybe I need to zoom out a little bit. So there's only one fireplace. I don't see the kitty. Do you? I wouldn't mind having a kitty. Unless this is a kitty. No, I don't think it is. No, I don't see kitties anywhere. Behind the kid. Cat says, behind, is that a cat though? It's hard to tell, isn't it? It could be a puppy. Can it not? Is that a cat? It doesn't look very cat-like to me. It looks, maybe it's a baby dog, a puppy. I will debate. This is going to be, is it a green crab or is it a cottage situation? Okay. Diane says, look on the bedpost over here. Is there a kitty? I don't see it. The bedpost, as in the bedroom here. Or over here. There's another bed. I don't see kitty, do you? I see a teddy bear. A kind of tuxedo one. Where is it though? The only tuxedo I see is the panda. Yes, very pixelated, yes. Looks like a kitty to me. Sarah says, I see a cat. The girl jumping on the bed, so that would be over here. Is that a girl? I thought it was a boy. There you go. Oh, it's going to be a lot of debate on what it is. We need to write a letter to the artist. Yes, so this is the bed, but I don't see a cat though. Is that the brown thing in the middle? That doesn't look like a cat. Oh, kitty spotting here. Yes, spot, you know, spot the difference. Alandria says the leg and tail positions scream kitty to me. I don't see a kitty anywhere. And I think this little, well, there's something that looks like a smaller dog just in front of the fireplace there. That could be. Sometimes it might help to zoom out a little bit. But I don't see a cat though. Oh, there's so much going on here. I think they should make a supersized one so we can see better. But there are many dogs. There are 2 dogs, possibly, in the living room. 1 in the kitchen, right? And is there another one? No. 3 dogs, possibly. 2 to 3. 2.5 dogs. In front of the fireplace. I don't think that's a cat. That looks like a dog. It looks like a very similar looking dog to the large one. It could be a puppy. Oh, who knows? Who knows? I think, you know, if you see a dog, it's a dog. If you see a cat, it's a cat. But I do know there's a panda and a teddy bear. That's clear. It's a mystery. It's a mystery. Clara says, it's a calico cat kitty. Very specific. Yeah, I'm quite surprised there isn't a cat there. You would have thought, You know, it's a perfect piece for a kitty to be in. So Landria is definitely seeing a cat. Maybe as I'm stitching, then I'll be able to see it better. Who knows? Cat says, thinking about of the proportion of the panda to a tree in a room. The panda is huge. Yes, it's a giant panda. I don't think it's a real panda. I think it's probably a toy panda. Who knows? It could be a real one. Maybe they're just one of those people. You know, they keep wild, exotic animals. And that's a real panda there. Two stitches over here. Sarah says, bottom left start at a Christmas tree. Yes. I think there are quite a few different possibilities for this piece. It really depends on what kind of stitcher you are, you know, because there are areas that have a lot of very concentrated colors, similar colors around. You know, whether there's Christmas trees or sky, night sky, or snow. Maybe you're a snow stitcher. Who knows? Lona says, are you still using black, Yogi? Do you mean 310? I'm stitching 310, yes. Got a few more to go. I'm gonna stitch until I run out of this thread. So if you're stitching 310, you're having a spooky bingo with me. Right. Manage a few more with this piece. And Nati says, the panda is what drew me to the pattern, other than the color, but my daughter's nickname is Lil Panda, so there you go. And I do have soft spot for any animal that's black and white, you know, panda, tuxedo cats, killer whale, what else? Magpie. It's interesting, isn't it? There are a lot of black and white animals in the world. I wonder what, you know, what reason, what purpose does that serve? There must be a reason for it. I mean, if it's a form of, camouflage, what are you trying to hide from? Black and white. Oh, Lona is having spooky bingo. Yes, 310. Even though on the chart it says 16, I'm convinced it's 310. So I've got 2 more to go here with this piece. It's quite nice because 310, normally when it happens, you're adding a lot of definition to your pattern. It's normally shadow or outline of something. And everything just looks more defined. Look. Here we go. Right, so we've got 15 minutes before midnight here in the UK. And I think I'm going to pick the final color. Oh, time flies. Seriously, chatting with you guys is, time just disappears. Every day I think the same. Where has time gone? So here we go. I am going to pick one more color. Let me have a look. I want to pick something will give it a nice finish. Let me flip my chart over. And, you guys can start to think about the stitch numbers. So the number today may get messed up slightly because I removed a whole bunch of stitches there. But, plus minus, probably about the same. I'll be okay whichever way. So I am going to pick, how about, I want a strong finish here. So why don't I, maybe some browns or something bright. That's how I like it. I can do maybe some blue here. Yeah, why don't I do that? Let me do some blue colors there. There's a grayish blue happening there. Yeah, okay, so that would be my finishing color. 87. And Kat says, I could be wrong, but it has something to do with animals' ability to see along the color spectrum. In a group, the 2 colors blend together. Oh, making it unclear where one animal starts and the end. Yes. Oh, that makes perfect sense because I'm kind of assuming all the animals see the colors the same way. And most likely they don't. Very good point. So Kat has definitely been watching David Attenborough very frequently. I'm probably not watching enough. Yes. Yes, that makes sense. Some sort of confusion for enemies or potential enemies. Yes, that makes a lot of sense. Because I'm just thinking tuxedo, where do you blend in a while wearing tuxedo? And even Killer Whale, why do you need 2-tone colors? What purpose does this serve? And of course, Kat is reminding us that animals don't see the colors the same way as we do. Maybe it's a sort of confusion for them. Yes, very good point. Okay, guys. So this is my final color. It's subtle but beautiful. It's kind of grayish blue here. So I've got a couple rows here. So I'm still stitching, okay? And then You know what happens by now, the regulars. And we play Guess My Stitches, okay? And if you never played this before, oh, today is your opportunity, because every night we have a new winner. And every night I have a lucky winner to join me with a buffet and receive the respect and admiration from all the stitchers in the chat and beyond. And so come and play with Yogi. And if you're lurking, you've been lurking, this is a perfect time to unlurk yourself a little bit, you know, just to see what it's like to join in the chat, and maybe you like it and stay here. How's that? So I'm making my final stitches here with this beautiful blue over here. And Natty's being so kind, saying, don't forget to do the thumbs up. I think Natty is a much better YouTuber than me. I never remember to say that. But I think you would do it, you know, if you like it, you would give it a thumbs up. So, and if you don't, thumbs down twice, okay? Do not overthink. Just press thumbs down twice if you hate it. Here we go. And I'm going to do one more row below here. Why not? Elandria says, can I just say I love this community? You're all awesome with Yogi. And you'll improve my night with every stream. And you to me as well, guys. You know, the stream is nothing without your participation. And every night I'm looking forward to seeing you. And, you know, we have regulars and we have new people popping in. Every night is fun. Every day is a surprise. And we talk about different things. And, you know, it's entertaining. But also we learn a lot from each other as well. And so it's wonderful. It's wonderful. And, you know, how often do you get to meet a whole group of people every night? Well, it could be morning over where you are. But every day we hang out and we enjoy it. And do what we love to do, right? So that is such a blessing. Okay, so guys, yes, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches, 3 to 4 stitches to go. So, you know, you can come forward and submit your number here, okay? And I'm looking forward to see who is going to be the winner today. And why don't I, okay, so why don't I bring on our state-of-the-art Guess My Stitches machine. So guys, you've never seen this one before. Ready to be shocked, okay? Your mouth might be wide open, your jaw dropped, but this is it. This is our Guess My Stitches machine. You know, I might do a Christmas version. Why not? You know, with neons, with fairy light. Who knows? The technology is there. So come forward and submit your number, okay? And if you go, well, I have no idea how many stitches you have made today, well, that will be you and me both. I have no idea either. So your guess is just as good as mine and just as good as all our stitches here. Okay, so this is my final stitch here, and I'm going to end my thread. Okay, beautiful finish with this grayish blue here. So we started with a strong 310 and with this beautiful color, and you still have a few moments come forward. So if you're thinking about it, okay, lurkers, just do it, okay? You know you want to. And I'll give you a very brief recap. And 87, going back on my board here. Right, guys. So this is why I am today. So I moved my fabric a little bit for this session, slightly toward the left, so I can focus more on this beautiful kitty. You can't see it yet, but it's there, okay? And so this is the back leg of this kitty, and this is a little belly going over there, and there'll be a front leg, okay? And it's an orange kitty, it's so pretty. And today, mostly, I sort of concentrate on this area. That's where I want to go. Extended this area to the left a little bit more, and adding a few more stitches as I go, and a lot with 310, but also some green stitches as well. And this piece is by Collin Thompson. I should know by now. Collin Thompson, and the artist, and it's kitted by GeckoRouge. Okay, beautiful kit that I got about 3 years ago now. Time flies. And this is my new start here. And so, guys, are you ready? Okay, let's look at the numbers here. What have we got today? So, start from the top. Brittany says 250, even though I wasn't here. Brittany just made it back to play the game because it's fun, right? Join in. It's a blind guess. No skills required. Look at the chat. They have no skills. So, Betty Lou Taylor 234, and twice. Does that mean it's double the number? We have Betty's numbers twice. So it's over 500. No, just kidding. 234. And Natty 256. Suzanne 289. And Janine 212. Susan 232. Oh, everybody's very close in their numbers. And Rachel 269. Jamie 187. Sarah 264. Henny 288. Diana 200. Exact. And Alandria 276, Michelle 292, Chloe C 310. Well, that's 310. Yes, and and it's almost by design. And MM 229, and Christy 217, Betty 214, and oh, yes, Suzanne says that blue is the sky above the cottage crab. Something like that. Yes, it's moving. It's here, isn't it? And Lona 246 and Lizzie 256. Guys. Oh, Kimberly. There's some you missed. Which one? Did I miss anybody? Yes, but everything's here, okay? So if I haven't read out your number, you are there. We have the Guess My Stitches capturing every number, okay? So, guys, are you ready for the big reveal of tonight's winner and the final total of today's completed stitches? Here we are. So this is where I am at the bottom. And also we get to find out the percentage as well, which is very exciting. And let me lock my chart so I don't mark stitches by mistake again. 3, okay, 2, and 1. Here we go, guys. Oh my goodness. What? What is going on here? What is happening here? Why do I... Well, anyone, if you have just fallen off your chair, okay? I understand. I'm about to fall off my chair as well. That can't be right, can it? It can't be 73. Yes, I had to unmark quite a few stitches. I think I probably unmarked about 50. Something like that. So I don't know how, Saga count the stitches. You guys saw it. I did unmark a long line of stitches by mistake there. And not by mistake, the mistakenly marked. So, Yes, calendar is a great idea. Yes, thank you very much, Suzanne. Let's look at the calendar then. Oh, here we go. So, no, 73. You know, I think is to do with unmarking. So Saga is dealing unmarking, maybe slightly differently. And yes, it's unmarking. So how many stitches do you guys think I have unmarked? I'll follow your lead, okay? I'll follow your lead. I think I unmarked for about 50. History. Is there history? I don't know where it is. So let me stop this sprint. And oh, here. Okay, it's still 73. Did I really do 73? So if you guys agree that I unmarked about 50 stitches, we can add the 50 stitches on top. Okay, because yesterday, even with my super slow stitching method, I managed 80. Okay. Okay, so how about thumbs up if I add 50 on top of it? Is that good? So if we add 50, we're about 140-ish, 130. Yeah? 150. Give it to Jamie, really? What was Jamie's number? Jamie. Let's have a look. Where are you, Jamie? What's Jamie's number? I'm scrolling up. I can't see it. I want to highlight it. Rochelle says, you marked 100 stitches. Did I? Rochelle, you're just making it up. Where's Jamie? I'm happy to give it to Jamie, if you guys agree. I can't find Jamie's number. What's Jamie's number? Where are you? So Jamie is not part of, because Jamie is not part of the submission. Is that correct? Yeah, why not? Time warp. So, where are you, Jamie? I can't see you. How about this, guys? It's a Tuesday evening and you're here keeping me company. How about all of you are winners? How's that? All of you, okay? And everyone have submitted a number, and those of you have not submitted a number. Yes, we are all winners tonight, Natty, absolutely. All of you are winners. And you're champions, in my mind. Yes, everybody, so bring on the feast. Okay, here we go. I can see Rochelle is here. Okay, and we can always blame Saga. Let's just blame someone else. That's a policy. If in doubt, blame someone else. So, okay, so there's a group rule here. Jamie's 187. Doesn't matter. All of you are winners. Okay, and Alandria's spread is over here. Beautiful. And all of you. But of course, Jamie could be the champion of the champions. Okay, winner of the winners. And Henny as well. Beautiful, everyone. And this is 12:02 midnight here. Okay. And this has been such a great session. I really enjoy the beautiful colors happening here. And I hope you're enjoying your stitching as well. We have some really healthy selection from Jenny as well. And Brittany is going for the hearty food items there. Okay, some raw meat over there as well. So it requires a little bit of cooking. And Michelle is bringing on the medals for everybody. All of you get one of these, okay? And I'll come up with our group champion medal with the emoji there. I need to get my power tools ready and get working with some new emojis and bring them to you. So, guys, thank you for your company, and I hope you enjoy your session from the sleepy London town. Yogi signing out, and give me some of those 99 love with the emoji there, and sending Yogi and Susan to sleep, okay? Maybe only Yogi going to sleep. So thank you so much, and tomorrow, remember, is our new start for our Christmas stitching officially. So come forward, whether you're stitching the same piece as me or something else, and let's enjoy together, and let's talk about Christmas. How cozy and lovely is that? Every Wednesday we get together, we talk about cozy Christmas themes. Okay, so I'll see you here on time. I'll send out the schedule around the same time as today, I think tomorrow. So until then, nighty night, everyone. Night night. Love you all. Bye bye. Bye bye.